Hello, invaders. Welcome back, guys, to another episode. You are here with me, the Pitch Invaders. Amir, how are you?
I'm cold, man. It's so cold. It's freezing.
I know, dude, it's snow outside.
Yeah,
But the good thing is, honestly, that we had soccer to watch, even though we were like locked in the snow. I didn't mind.
yeah. I'm kind of jealous because you have a long sleeve Liverpool jersey and I don't have a long
No,
sleeve Man City
today is
jersey.
short sleeve. Today's
Oh,
short
it's
sleeve.
short sleeve. Okay, okay.
Yes, yes,
I
yes.
thought that was long sleeve one.
No, no, not today. Not today. But continue. Yeah, dude. So, uh, a lot of big games, a lot of big goals and stuff has happened in the past few weeks. I don't think there's anywhere better than to start with Manchester United, and we're
All
gonna
right.
take it back to 10 days ago, Amir. I wish I could clip this right now. Remember the predictions? I predicted Manchester United would win, and you were like, dude, you're crazy. What are you like?
Yeah.
What are you even saying? And you guys ended up losing, went 2-0 to Manchester United.
Did
What do
you
you
did
think?
you predict the exact score?
I
I
said
can't remember.
2-1. I
Oh
said
man,
2-1. So I was
that was
close, but
close. I
what did
mean,
you think?
who would have thought? Honestly, like Manchester United with Michael Carrick on the wheel. Let's go. Red
Your
Devils are
manager
back.
bounced, man.
I
Big
know.
bounce.
It is real. It is real, especially with Manchester United. Like I remember
Yeah.
when Solskjaer took over. Also, he had a really good run, and then
For a few weeks and then it
they si-
dipped.
then they signed him up for like a full-time job, and then it dipped. But I
Maybe that's
wonder
the
that
problem.
I wonder if the same will happen. Maybe they just have Carrick as a temporary coach, and they will
Yeah.
be just fine. But
Yeah.
um, I honestly, they outplayed us. Uh, I don't think Manchester City had any real chances in that game that
Hmm.
I would say we could have won it. I think Manchester United deserved, and part of it, I believe, like you said, it's a manager's bounce, but also maybe that new manager or like temporary manager that comes in, he's just letting each player play in their position, like
Yes.
no complicated tactics, no complicated instructions, just go
100%.
go on the field, do your job. And you can tell the players were playing so like freely, like they were just 100% not
Yeah.
too pressured at all, and they outplayed Man City.
That's the biggest you hit it like right on the head. That's the biggest thing for me. And I think everybody has been saying that is you can see the difference between a team that was trying to really strict on playing in their position. They need to stick to their role. The coach is really trying to implement, well, the formation and the way that they wanted to play. But now Michael Carrick just gave them the license to do whatever they want. And honestly, like if you can do that and still have organization and still have a good structure in the team, like that's perfect. And they have the individual talent that like letting Embuemo just do free and, make movements, do runs wherever he sees space. Dorgu giving him the freedom to go up and attack on the wing. I mean, like and even for Bruno Fernandes giving him more license to go up front as
Mhm.
kind of like a cam. It's really nice. I think that you could see that they weren't like thinking twice. Oh, like, oh, I got to go back in formation, or I got to get back and do what the boss wants.
Yeah, definitely. Manchester United is not a team that you can play with three in the back. We learned
Hey,
that so quickly. And I think Carrick can already see like where his players would fit best, and I think he did a great job so far,
yeah,
like restoring their confidence on the field. But back to Manchester City again, we are. We have a lot of injuries, especially in the back. So we're
yes,
playing. I think in that game we started with Kusanov and Eleni,
yeah.
and I don't think Matheus Nunes played that
No,
game
you had
either.
Ake and Lewis.
So that's a complete like different back four
Yeah,
from like your main starters,
yeah,
and the players are exhausted. Erling Haaland didn't have a replacement for like I don't know for the past like 6 weeks, so he's playing every single game, even small games.
yeah.
Um, it was you could already sense that we were not going to win it in that game. I saw some frustration from the players on the field, maybe with the tactics or maybe with the style of play. And again,
Surprising.
it is the pressure of having a coach that can be very strict on the touchline versus another team that really can just do whatever you want, right? They don't have anyone on top of their shoulders just telling them what to do and what not to do.
Yeah.
But I think it was mainly an issue like because of fatigue, and it could have been an opportunity for Arsenal to yet again to extend the lead, but they didn't.
They
So
did not.
we'll,
No.
we'll we'll get to that part.
Well, do
I
you
think. Go ahead.
what do you think about Holland's dip in form the past few weeks? Is it
It,
just down to exhaustion and overplaying?
I think so. I really think so. Because our style of play is still the same.
Yeah.
We're playing with the same formation at least, even if the players change. And I think his dip in form probably started like 4 weeks ago or like 5 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And this is exactly when he didn't have Marmoush, like because Marmoush went to
Okay.
AFCON. He plays every single game. He's still fit, which is good, but at least he's not able to perform 100%. So
Yeah.
I honestly, I probably say it's because of exhaustion. Maybe he could do better in certain situations, but again, you can contribute it to exhaustion, I would say, or maybe
Okay.
something else. I don't know. What do
Yeah.
you think?
I mean, I think we're gonna talk about it, but I mean, we can kind of talk about it. The next game, Manchester City last weekend, or I mean, a couple of days ago, he
Yeah,
got dropped, and I don't know if that was just rotation to rest,
I
but
100%.
I mean, Marmoush scored and he played great.
Yeah. That should be an extra motivation for Holland to
Yeah.
come on next game and actually score.
So you don't think Marmoush has a chance in even getting in the starting lineup because of that
I
poor
hope so.
performance?
Marmoush could easily fit in like because the way Manchester City plays, we have Holland on top, and then right behind him we have three cams usually. Now, if we
Yeah.
even if we play with Duco or and Savini or Duco and Cherky, these are truly not they start on the wing, but they go more in between like the pockets between the defense and the midfield, and these turn into a true cam
Hmm.
players, which I see Marmoush can fit in there, but Duku he performed really well at least in the first half of the season, so
Yeah.
he earned his spot over Marmoush. We could start to see Marmoush maybe coming on if Pep is convinced that he can bring him on from the wing, but
Hmm.
as we saw in the last game against Wolves. Marmoush was in place of Holland, and I don't think Pep is convinced that Marmoush
Is a
can play
left
on the
winger.
wing
Yeah.
as a left winger or like a left cam or whatever we call it. I hope we start to see him because he does add some energy, even if it's an uncertain energy because he doesn't keep the ball like the other players. He tends to lose the ball more often. He's more quick to make a decision than to hold the ball and control the rhythm, and that's something Pep doesn't like.
Mm.
But I can see that we could use that in certain games.
I
And
mean,
I'm
he's
happy.
unpredictable. Like
Yeah,
that's also another element. His speed and his, quick acceleration, his dribbling,
yeah,
his the runs that he makes. I mean, that's the kind of that is useful in games, like you
yeah.
say.
I want to say though, in the Wolves game, of course, we looked more solid because Mark
Mark
Guehi
Gay. I was about to mention
finally
him, man.
for our second signing for this winter. I'm actually very
20
happy with.
million pounds or whatever it
Yeah,
was.
what a bargain,
That's the biggest bargain, dude. That's
man.
crazy.
I don't know how Liverpool didn't get him.
I have no idea. You guys got Semenyo and Mark Gahey, and those two players look fantastic.
Yeah,
Semenyo has been on fire since he started, and Mark Gahey slotted in like a captain. Like he's not getting dropped at all.
yeah.
Like this guy is in the lineup forever.
As long as he stays fit, yeah, I think he's definitely a starter for Man City. I'm excited to see him pairing me with Ruben Diaz or if
Yeah,
Guardiola is back at the end of the season.
yeah,
But I'm very excited to finally have a good center back at least, or someone that we can rely on. Because as you
100%.
saw, like Ruben Diaz and Guardiola were your two main center backs. Now they're both injured, and we had to start with academy players. While I want to encourage our academy players, but at the same time, I don't want to see that anymore.
Come on, the guy was named Max, bro. Come on. Yeah. I was gonna say, what was different other than some kind of fresh faces in the team? Was there any difference in tactics or anything? Was it just the rotation?
Not at all. It was just a rotation, which
Okay.
I think the team needed that.
Yeah. And that's usually what Pep has done in the past few years.
Yeah.
I don't know why this season he's been kind of relatively stuck on the same kind of starting 11, and then give or take he'll take out one or two players, but for the most part, correct me if I'm wrong, it's been like pretty much the same kind of lineups on
Yeah.
most weeks unless there's an injury.
You can never predict the City lineup. At least we never used to be able to do that. But
Yeah.
yeah, I agree with you. He's been more consistent this year, and I think it is part of the game now that you have to, in order for you to be able to create the chemistry within the players and make sure that they understand the tactics, which with this kind of football now it's more direct. I think you have to have a backbone of
Yeah,
players
yeah.
that you have to rely on, and then there are a few that you can change left and right, but these that's what I saw him doing this year.
Okay.
But
I have
we'll see if we can continue. We go to Spurs, I think, this weekend.
Oh, that's
We
your kryptonite, but it's not gonna happen this time. You guys are gonna
Oh my
win,
god.
man.
I hope we win because
The way that they're playing.
Spurs are not doing well.
No, no, no
So
chance you're gonna lose. I have
I don't.
one question, more question about City. Uh, Rodri. I know he's been kind of struggling this season. We're not seeing the Ballon d'Or Rodri. No, I don't. At least that's what
Mhm.
I'm seeing. It's not the same kind of Rodri since he's come back, and I don't know if he's ever gonna get into 100%. Maybe this is a kind of thing that he will never recover. Maybe it will take another
Yeah,
season. Like, do you think that this is kind of like similar to maybe De Bruyne, where there was like a little bit of a drop off after he got a big injury, and we never kind of saw the same De Bruyne, or what is? I don't know.
I don't think so. I think he will pick it up again where he left off. At least from what I'm seeing. I'll tell you what. Now that you asked me about the change in tactics, I think the game before Wolves, or the few games before Wolves, with
Uh,
when we started Rodri, Pep tried to go back to the old way of playing, like the 4-1-4-1,
yeah,
with Rodri being just the CDM
Tolman.
or the
Yeah.
team, and that backfired pretty quickly. So, so what Pep decided to do in the Wolves game, he went back to the formation where what that got us a lot of wins during the season, which is, I think it's the 3-1 with two CMs or two CDMs. That was Rodri and Bernardo Silva, and then he had the three cams lined up.
Okay.
Even if
Okay.
on paper it shows like a different formation,
Yes, yes, yes.
but
But
that's what I saw on the field,
okay.
and that was a better formation in my opinion, which I think we will continue to see that now that Nico Gonzalez is also back. So I'm
Okay.
excited to see the pairing of both Rodri and Nico Gonzalez in the
That'll be some
midfield.
defensive midfielder then.
That's
Yeah.
something that's something we actually never seen
Yeah.
at Man City because
Have they
Nico
ran
Gonzalez.
together?
I don't think so, or maybe
Wow.
just for a few minutes. So
Yeah.
I'll be excited to see that, but I do expect Bernardo Silva to be dropped
He's
in the
played
next
the
few
most
games.
minutes, I think, in this season. I think that's what Pep Guardiola was
Yeah.
saying, than any other
No,
season.
no matter what anyone says about Bernardo Silva, he is irreplaceable for me. It just, I wasn't convinced. I was like everyone else. Why is he getting the most minutes? Why is he playing every single game? He's
Yeah.
very useless. Like you cannot really depend on him. He's not creating any danger, not scoring, not assisting. Until I saw him in person, play in person, and I was like, man,
This
this
guy's a
guy's
beast.
is a magician. He is a magician with the ball. He gets you out of any situation. Like I was in the stands, my heart was beating so fast, and this guy has the ball and just roaming around, like the
Yeah,
players
yeah, yeah.
around our box. I'm like, what are you doing? You're gonna kill me. But he is great, yeah. So I cannot blame Pep for that.
Okay. All right. Well, that was Manchester City on both
Yeah,
weekends. Before we get to the big Manchester United Arsenal game, I want to talk about uh, Arsenal's game against Nottingham Forest first, and then let's talk about the Manchester United Arsenal game.
Yeah.
Arsenal tied 0-0 against Nottingham Forest, a big chance lost to extend their lead, and it happened again, but we'll
Again
get
and
to it.
again and again, 3 times. This
I
is
don't
three
know.
3 weeks in a row.
I don't remember fully this game, but it's another wasted chance, and Gyökeres
Yeah.
again didn't show up. Do you remember much of the analysis of this game? I just know
No, I
0-0 is not
honest.
acceptable, honestly. I mean,
Yeah.
with all the attacking players that they've brought in.
If you call yourself the best team in the world, you
Yeah,
you should be able to win these games. You should be able to see Man City dropping points, and you're playing the next day that you can win.
yeah.
I I'm pretty sure Arsenal fans are very mad, and we'll talk about it. I think it really showed more in the Manchester United game how reliant they are on set pieces.
Over reliant. Yeah, there's a lack of creativity elsewhere, or
Yeah,
maybe not creativity is the word, but a lot of chances weren't getting created. At least from maybe I'm mixing. I know Liverpool. Maybe I'm tying in Liverpool, but I thought Arsenal were not as threatening as they have been. I
yeah,
saw Saka created a couple chances, but it wasn't like full throttle. We saw the goals that they scored, like you said. It was a kind of like an own goal cross, and then another one was from a corner. But
hmm
apart from that, I mean, there was nothing super apart from a couple shots here and there. There was nothing super threatening, and
yeah,
that's a worry, honestly, that neither Gabriel Jesus nor Gyökeres made any real impact in the Manchester United game. Both of them were kind
yeah,
of struggling, and unfortunately, the wingers didn't really have anybody to play to, like a target man or somebody they could direct it to. I thought there was a lack of that kind of clinical
yeah.
edge.
And I think this is when they need Gyökeres, or at least a striker the most, right? You need
Yeah,
a player that can turn these little chances into goals.
100%.
Because if you get like 10 chances a game, and like let's say 5 of them are on target, you need to at least score one of those.
Yeah.
And I don't think Gyökeres is fitting well with this Arsenal team.
I think it's honestly and he correct me like let me hear your opinion, but is the problem Gyökeres, Kai Havertz, and Jesus, or is the problem the system that like however Arteta is playing the striker? Because I also am seeing when I'm playing on the pitch, when I'm watching the games, it's a heavy focus on the wingers.
Hmm
The striker is not really the focal point. He's not really the key man, target man, such as like let's say Holland on Manchester City. They're not always looking for Gyökeres or whoever the striker is. I saw like Gabriel Jesus didn't have many touches. I wish I had the stats,
Either,
but
yeah.
he did not have many touches. Gyökeres held up the ball a couple times. He made some plays, but there was nothing really through on goal
hmm
chances. You know, I don't know. Is it down? Is the blame Arteta or is the blame the strikers?
I think Arteta. I want
Because
to say I want to say like 60-70% of it is Arteta, but also the striker need to show up. They need to at least show that they want the ball, right? If
yeah,
your striker doesn't want the ball, and every time he gets the ball, he slows down the play or try not to, like he doesn't take the chances that he gets.
but they're not finding him. Like it's not like he's not getting a lot of the ball.
I don't
They
think,
need a player. The way I'm watching Arsenal is they need a player that creates their own chances. Like a player that takes the ball and makes the run and does
yeah,
1-2s and stuff. But he's not. Gyökeres is the kind of player that he gets it to his feet in the box and shoots. And that's
yeah.
not how Arsenal play. Arsenal are not playing like pass the ball into the box and you got your chance. It's
That's my point. I feel like Gyoker is not even putting like 100%. Like he's not creating the space for himself. to be
Yeah,
able to be in a good position to get this ball, right? Like I'm thinking of situations, okay, like if they're playing on the wingers, I understand if they're trying like maybe they're gonna cross it in there. But I'm thinking like if Odegaard or Eze had the ball like right at the edge of the box, this is when your striker needs to make those moves. And
yeah,
then like to be able to make a run or open a space to widen up the gap between the two center backs. This is when your striker needs to make a move. But instead, what I'm seeing is Biafra is just like being in the box. He's in the center of the box, waiting for the ball, not doing anything like you
yeah,
said.
yeah,
But I want to say there are two because Arsenal they focus on the wingers, so you have Saka, he's on the right side, but he's left-footed, and Martinelli or Trossard, who is on the left side and he's right-footed. You don't see a lot of crosses to the strikers either, which I understand because
yeah,
a cross would mean that you lose a chance or you expose a risk of actually getting a counter attack because it's a
yeah,
50-50 chance.
yeah. You throw it into the box and then yeah,
Yeah, so I do understand why Arteta is not really focused on the crosses. He wants more ball to the feet, but at the same time, it makes me question, okay, if you have spent that much money
exactly.
and you want to play with a striker, which
Yeah,
now it's coming back. Having the striker in your team is very important for you to be able to score the goals, get the tough wins, and be able to win the league. Why are you not trying to create a chance with your playmakers?
yeah,
Because
yeah,
every time I see Odegaard or Eze or Declan Rice have the ball, automatically they're looking to the wingers. They're not looking to the striker. So that's something definitely that he needs to address in the training ground, in my opinion.
I just yeah, I completely agree with everything you said. And I know Arsenal has in the past had different routes to goal, whether it's like, a screamer from Trossard or a bunch of free kicks or
Yeah,
corner crosses and stuff. But this game and also the Nottingham game, it just felt like Arsenal were very one-dimensional. Like they don't have a
hmm,
lot of different options for goal scorers. For
yeah,
goal, it felt like they only have a couple options, and it shouldn't be that difficult to score. It shouldn't be one way or the highway, and it felt like they were really they put themselves in a box and they really made it hard against Manchester United to go to the extra level to try different avenues. They really didn't have any
yeah,
other options. They stuck to the same thing, pass it on the wings, see what they can do, and and unfortunately, if you only have one way to get goals, if you can't find another dimension to get goals when you're
hmm,
struggling against a team, like that's the problem.
yeah,
If you can't rely on individual performances, you need to at least have a system that allows you to go a different route, not just a corner, not just set piece. Whether it's like, okay, we're gonna play a long ball, we don't have fast players. Maybe that's an option. Maybe I don't know, play it on the wing, cut in, like flood players into the box and play crosses, something. But like, I didn't really see any change of system. It was kind of they were just hoping to get a goal.
or hope it to get a corner.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, and they didn't even play good that game with the set pieces. I think they
No,
had they had quite a lot of corners, and they did not. It was one day off kind of game for them.
yeah. I think. Well, actually, I want to start with maybe a scary stat for Arsenal fans first. Before I probably gonna have to go back to Manchester United because they played amazing.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that.
But Arsenal so far against the big teams, I'm not including Spurs, but like I'm saying, Manchester City, United, Chelsea, Liverpool, Aston Villa, they played against these teams 9 times.
Okay.
They only won three. They tied three and they lost three.
Yeah, that's not the best.
These are the teams that you want to make a statement
Yeah.
again. And the teams that so they only beat Manchester United, Chelsea, Aston Villa. They didn't beat their direct contenders yet. So
Hmm.
they lost to Liverpool and I think they had a tie. It was a tie the second game, right? And they drew against Man City at
Okay.
home, and now they're playing Man City away at the Etihad in April.
Yeah.
if this gap remains at 4 points and they come to the Etihad in April,
Yeah.
You know what Pep is gonna is cooking already. So it's not a good stat actually to have if you want to be champions, in my opinion.
And on that, and I've had just because you're bringing it up, this also just shows the kind of lack of quality this season, I would say, and maybe not lack of quality, but maybe it's more competitive. We're talking about the past like years where Manchester City or Liverpool had two losses.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? And we're talking about Arsenal in first place. They have five draws and three losses. Manchester City and Aston Villa behind them have five losses. Like
Yeah,
this is not the same kind of quality. And if we're talking about Arsenal in this form against those Manchester City, Liverpool from 3, 4 years ago, Arsenal's in fourth place. Like with that 5-15-5-3 record. You
yeah,
know, it's kind of a shame that the teams below them are not doing as good because Arsenal don't deserve to be playing in first place if they've been playing the past 2 weeks like that. You know what I mean?
yeah.
As incredible as they have been, they've been lucky that they have not been punished by Manchester City. And I
Until
guess
now.
Manchester City is the only team to mention, but yeah, Aston Villa if we want to put them in there. But
Yeah,
that's
you
yeah,
never you never know. Maybe Aston Villa will surprise us
who
all.
knows?
Yeah, but I actually want to comment on that because I think it's the increase in quality
That's
that
yeah,
is causing these big teams to not perform as good against the at least the mid-table teams. Like
among other teams.
I'm thinking like between 8th and like 12th or 8 to 14
Yeah,
place.
there's no
These
easy games
teams,
to go to.
there's really isn't like those teams like they're heavily focused again on set piece, throw in,
Yeah,
making it a dirty game, and we're throwing this ball in the box with 11 men in there, or probably 10 because the goalkeeper's still there.
yeah, yeah.
And
Hopefully,
we're just gonna, yeah, I know you probably don't want to remember this because that's gonna
I know
bring
what you're
bad
gonna say,
memories
Bournemouth.
against Bournemouth and Crystal Palace too with Liverpool, but that's exactly what's happening. You
Yeah, I know. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I agree, and I agree with that. I think on talking about quality, we have to talk about Manchester United
again,
because we didn't expect that, but man, dude, that's a big, big performance. Those are big goals.
yeah,
Embuemo, Dorgu. I'm gonna talk about
that
the best
goal was
goals at the end
amazing.
of the podcast. I have some goals to select, but Dorgu's goal and then Cunha coming on and getting the winner, dude. Fire,
And
fire.
the celebration too, iconic. And
Yeah.
then I don't know if you're following the trend, but everyone is hyping up the Arabic commentating
And
on
why?
the Manchester City versus United game because
Okay.
Hafiz Daraji was saying Cunha Durgo. So everyone they made it actually a trend in England among
Really?
Manchester United fans, and they made song, they made remix, and like even Luke Shaw posted a story
No way.
after this Arsenal game with Hafiz Daraji's
Bro, send that to me.
commentary.
Send that to me on
It's
Instagram.
it it's really it's like the trend right now.
That's
So
awesome.
I'm sure the Manchester United fans are like very happy right now. But I think again back to the point like it's Arsenal playing at home with all of these fans.
Yeah.
They're up for the title against a team that literally have nothing to lose, right?
Yeah.
And as time passed through the game, the pressure increased on Arsenal and decreased on Manchester United because no one is expecting them to do anything.
Exactly.
Uh,
That's the best.
yeah,
When there's no expectations, teams show up,
yeah.
man.
But actually, that brings me back to a point I wanted to ask you. Do you think this Manchester United team have do they have the players to be in the top four place, maybe with the good coach? Like
Yes,
maybe Carrick or maybe like a different coach.
I
But if they
do.
have a good coach, do you think they have enough names to be
Yes,
contenders for top four, top five?
I think so. I think so.
Okay.
I don't think. I think Embuemo, Cunha, Fernandez alone. I mean, you got some great talent with Dorgu. The back four is still pretty solid. I mean, we shouldn't. Lemons is fantastic in goal. He's solid. He reminds me of Vicario, or I mean, he's close to Romero. I mean, they you could put them in the same kind of tier. I think this team, and with Ahmed as well, like there's a lot of really good talent here. And if we're comparing it with the teams around, I think for sure they can be. Now the question is, will they be? I can never put my
Mm.
money into that because we could see Manchester United winning games like this, and then I come to you and have a podcast in March, and we're talking about they've lost 3 games in a row because they're so unpredictable.
Yeah.
And I wish we could see because you can see the talent, you can see what they can be when they reach their potential. But I think a lot of times we get reactive with Manchester United and the
Well,
performances.
an interesting stat though, they only lost 5 games too this season.
Really? Oh wow, that's not even that bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
they're decent,
they
man.
only tied more. They only tied more. That's why they're in fourth place. But
They have some really good players. I don't think. I mean, and you look at their bench too: Mazraoui, Sesko, Cunha, Liniero, Ugarte, and Mason Mount.
I think they could do better though with the signings.
I mean, they. I, I think they have a pretty solid attack, pretty
Yeah.
decent midfield. Maybe could use another midfielder, especially with Kobe Mino still kind of not 100%
Yeah.
and Casemiro losing. But I think there's a couple players that could improve, but it's not like a complete wipeout from what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
I agree. Yeah, if they can just find the right fit for a coach, I think they can definitely
Who knows who
be
that
in
is?
like top four, top five every
Who
year.
knows who the right fit is, man? Who knows?
Maybe it's Michael Carrick.
We'll see in March. Give him a month.
Man,
Give him a month.
we'll see.
Okay, so we talked about Arsenal, Manchester City, and Manchester United. Let's go ahead and go to Liverpool next.
I honestly, there's no point of celebrating anymore at this point. I feel so bad, dude. What
Why is
happened?
this coach still here, man? Why is he here? Like, why are we putting trust in this? I am not entertained. I understand, like, playing not entertaining and getting points is fine. Like, if I'm gonna win 1-0 and the game suck to watch as a fan, sure. But if I'm not entertained and we're losing, like, we're not playing any attacking. There's no competition. I saw a game. I mean, I'm saying the Liverpool versus Bournemouth game. Just disgusting. Honestly, lack of chances, like no creativity, no chances being created, there's no idea. Where do we go? What do we do? What's the avenues? Again, like I said Arsenal was one dimensional. We were honestly zero dimensional. We had no
You don't exist.
yeah, we had no nothing. Like we were passing the ball to Salah, go make a run, pass. Oh, it doesn't work. Like super slide, do this and that. The goals that we created were from a corner and from a set piece. Like those were our goals. Nothing from open play. We had no chances from open play to really hang our hats on, apart from a couple shots, and that's sad. Like that is sad that we've come to that we are relying on this. We could have lost more than 3-2. Evan Nielsen had a chance that he should have buried that could have been 4-2. And honestly, the score line maybe is flattering for us, but I'm really getting tired of slot and being patient with this team. And it, I don't know if it goes down all to him, but this game showed our lack of depth. It showed our need to rotate players. Van Dijk has played every single minute this season, probably, and he made 2 critical mistakes in this game. He made the mistake for the first goal, and then he was the player that kept the second goal onside. So it showed, that's the kind of thing that if you have some rotation, maybe he's fresh, maybe he's sharp, but if he's playing a game every
You
three
don't.
days, you can't expect that. And he's the only fit center back right now as well. Like I'd want to mention that. So there's a number of things.
I'm just so surprised you guys didn't sign a center back until now. I cannot believe you didn't try to go for Margi.
for 20 million. And what's pissing me off more is we're in talks with like 100 million like dollar kind of players and stuff like that. Why? Why?
Really
Why do we need attacking or a midfielder? Why? Just like I never
interesting.
understand this about the Liverpool board, but we even when Klopp was around, we were always short in center backs. If you remember, we always had Joe Gomez, Matip, and Van Dijk. Those were our three center backs, with the exception of,
Yeah.
maybe a youth academy. Like we were always light, and I do not know for the love of me why we are.
Okay, what about the Burnley game? What happened there?
It was again a lack of creativity, not enough chances created. Subasly really pissed me off in this game because of the penalty that he missed. Like he didn't show any care when he missed it. I know we love this guy, but like that cockiness in him really pisses me off. Verts looked great. He got another goal, but again, there was no creativity. There was no chances being creative. It was very one-dimensional. We had that chance, which was again, it was a rebound, and then Verts smashes it into the back of the net. Beautiful goal. But apart from that, we have a lot of possession, and we don't know what to do with the ball. And we do not create a lot of chances in the final third. And that is the biggest worry and concern that continues to be is when you have a team that has a bunch of possession. And I mean, I wish I look at the stats. We had, this is probably more flattering. We had 11 shots on target, but I mean, I still don't think any of them were really crazy. Yeah, I think it was the same kind of problem. And then our defense again failed.
Yeah. Your defense has been a problem since the beginning, which is surprising again. Why you haven't why you haven't gone for a center back until now?
Yep,
Well, Bournemouth before that Liverpool game, they had they played 14 games with only one win,
we were the
and
first
you
one.
and you were the second. You were the
Well,
second out of you were the second win for Bournemouth out of
it's
15.
comforting to hear.
Uh,
It's
but
comforting to hear.
um, tell me more about Salah after the AFCON. Or maybe
Yeah,
what do you think so far? Like this season has been so like the total opposite of what you would have expected from Salah.
100%. I honestly, when I start to see that the whole team is failing, I don't think I can put it on individual players. I see Salah lacking form. I see Salah missing chances that maybe he would finish in another season. But I also see a team that is lacking creativity in general. And I would be saying putting more blame on Salah if the whole team, with like everybody else in the team was doing great and he was just missing all the chances. But the fact that the whole team is struggling, I cannot put blame on Van Dijk or Salah or this or that. I put blame on the coach, blame on the system. But Salah has not been good, man. I mean, it's that simple. He didn't have he got an assist. I don't that you saw the assist.
That doesn't count.
That that was pretty much the only highlight that was worth it. He he had nothing apart from a
Man,
few passes and here and there, but no like no super amazing dribbling, no like pass that cut open the defense, nothing like even like the speed that he had. Obviously, it's not like he can like run and clear the ball and so we're seeing a Salah that's I think struggling because of the team. I think that's what we're at. When the team is thriving, Salah can thrive. But if the team is what they are right now, the big players, even though they should show up, they're struggling. So unfortunately, Salah is not the savior of Liverpool this season. I think Alonso is the savior.
you think I was gonna ask you next, do you think Arne Slot could get sacked and we could see
I
Alonso coming in?
did you see Carragher was saying he was talking about it. He was saying if they fail to get into the Champions League, so that if they don't get into the top eight, I don't know if what's the playoff position, eighth and below maybe.
Maybe,
Um,
yeah.
if they don't get into the top eight, uh, at least what Carragher was saying is that he could be at risk of getting fired. I think that's a good benchmark. I think he should have already been fired. by
Wait,
bumping on.
you're willing to wait until the end of the season?
No, no, no. I mean, like, I'm talking about. Well, actually, that might have been what he's talking about. But I was talking about if they proceed to the next round. But we already proceeded, didn't we?
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess that is what he was talking about. I hope we're not doing that, but it makes the most sense to wait till the end of the season, doesn't it? It
really.
doesn't make sense to chop and change in the middle of the season like this.
But you could risk Champions League
That's the
position.
thing. We're in sixth place right now. I don't know, man. I thought he would have already got fired. I don't know what they're waiting for.
Interesting.
And I also thought we would already buy somebody, but we're at the end of January, and neither one of the things I thought would happen has happened.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You only have 4 days left.
Yeah, and we're not signing anybody from what I can hear. Yeah, if it's up to me in my ideal world, we fire him now because it's not going to make it. I mean, how much better are we going to do, really? Even if Alonso comes and we lose
Yeah.
some games, maybe we end in seventh, but what's the difference?
Yeah.
We're already sucking anyway. At least he'll bring some new creativity. Yeah, disappointing, man. Disappointing. It's been a bad season to watch Liverpool this whole season. Even the wins
Yeah.
at the beginning of the season were bad.
No one would have ever predicted that with spending 600 million on top top talent.
That's the biggest mistake we did. Biggest mistake we did. All we
Yeah.
needed was three talented players, or a bunch of like mid players like Semenyo kind of level. But we decided to get the top of the tier, Isak, Verts, 150, 150. Why? Like
Put a lot of pressure on yourself and the players too.
I would rather get a bunch of 60 million players, you know, rather than getting 150 million players. That
Yeah.
way the ceiling is, there's more space for the ceiling. I'm not, the floor is not so extremely amount. Like, how much do you think we lost on Isak? From his form, what's his value now? Like,
Depre Depreciation value after 1 year is probably 80%.
my guy's gonna go to Saudi Arabia, bro, for 85 million. Well, we would have lost $100 million.
I
Yeah,
think that's the biggest change that happened in Man City over the past 2 years because we changed our sporting director
yeah,
and also our transfer strategy. And like I'm thinking about Nori, Sharky, even Gay, Semenyo, all of these players that we
yeah.
signed. Like I think we kept like our most expensive signing. I can't even remember. I don't think we crossed the 80 million in any of our
That's
signings.
awesome.
Um,
That's how you do business, man. You created a whole team. Like you bought 7, 8 players with the 3 players that we bought.
yeah.
4 players that we bought.
And the outcome in return, like the return is good. Like if you put Sharky versus Vert, who would say would have been performing better? Of course, we don't know about Gay, but like I'm thinking even Semenyo is gonna. He's an experienced player, very young, can play left and right. Like, would you take Semenyo or Ekitike? But Ekitike is still like he's probably your best player. But
Yeah, I like it. I mean, he's been out of form the past few games, but I
yeah,
still he's great. Great long term. I mean, he was worth
yeah,
the money for sure. But yeah, I would have. I am a huge fan of squad depth versus individual players. I would rather spend to get 4 or 5 good, strong. Doesn't have to be. I mean, if I'm talking about FIFA terms, I'd rather get like 80 to 83 rated players to put on the bench or to maybe put in the starting
yeah.
lineup rather than go and like go crazy on an 87 and 88 rated player. Why? Like let's just get average good players that can help the squad depth. Maybe we can get one Verts every transfer window. But it was too good to be true, and
Mm,
we deserve the payback for doing something that we don't do. That's not Liverpool. So maybe it was meant to be.
yeah. Karma for Jurgen Klopp.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Um, okay,
Yeah.
let's just briefly talk about Aston Villa just real quick because I think we need to take our hat off to them. They did lose the weekend before against
Mhm.
Everton. I did not watch that game, but Everton has been playing pretty good. So I'll leave it at that unless you had anything on that game.
No, I think it was just a missed opportunity to take second place.
Yes, it's crazy that they're this close. They are 4 points. It's crazy how close Aston Villa is to first place with more than halfway done. I mean, that's insane. The game against Newcastle,
Big statement.
that was a fantastic game to watch. For as a neutral, like Myrna was asking, like she was, I was watching it downstairs, and like she was like, every game I was like, oh, ooh, ooh," every chance from Newcastle or Aston Villa, and she's like, which team are you supporting? I was like, this is the best part. I don't care. Like I'm neutral. I like either one.
I
But like
know.
Aston Villa really like showed another level. And Newcastle was a really good test. That's not an easy game. They played great again.
I'm just surprised they have this quality with the players they have. Because if you put these players in a different team, I don't think they would perform in the same way.
Yeah, that's the manager, man. The
Yeah.
manager makes them believe in themselves and lifts them up to higher than what they can. They're overplaying. Some of these players. I mean, I told you, bro. Like the funniest player, John McGinn, bro. John McGinn, this guy doesn't start in like bright, like you know what I
So,
mean? This is like a 79 right? This is the captain, bro. He's the leader. Yuri Tillemans, you know,
yeah.
maybe he's a bench player for Manchester City, Liverpool. Some of these players are like they don't
I
get in the
wouldn't
lineup,
even get him to be a bench player, to be honest. To be very honest.
but that's what I'm saying. These you don't need superstars. You need players that maybe still have a ceiling. Their ceiling is high, but like these are all decent players, you know. Kind of reminds me of Leicester City. Like they were all decent. There was
Yeah.
a couple of players that played really great, but yeah, I that was a great test, and I think they have some big game. They have a pretty actually easy schedule for now. We'll see how far they get, man.
They could be very well in second place by the end of the season when Arsenal drops to third.
Is there a world we live in where you think that they could win it?
You never know.
Do you
Honestly,
think
if
it's even possible?
nothing is impossible at this point, to be honest. If Arsenal continues to drop points, who knows what could happen in the game between Man City and Arsenal? They could tie, and then all of a sudden, Aston Villa is in first place. Like,
That's crazy. Oh my gosh, dude. Wow. That's something
yeah.
I'd like to see. That would be the worst thing for Arsenal.
But yeah, I'm looking at this team honestly, like Watkins, Buendia. Maybe the only good player that I would take on my team is Rodgers.
Rogers is very good, yes.
But like even like their back four, they're not fantastic. And Martinez is like I think
Post prime.
he's not the same Martinez like
He's
as of
all yeah, he's
4 years
post his
ago.
prime. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
He's won everything, bro. He doesn't have anything. This is basically retirement money.
But credit to Unai Emery. Yeah.
Um, before we get into the scores, I had one more thing I wanted to talk to you about. We saw lots and lots of amazing goals this season. Sorry, this game week.
Yeah.
I labeled them all, and you may have not seen all of them, but from the ones you see, I want you to kind of choose your favorite one or you thought the best one. I marked 7 different goals that were outside of the box this game week that were
Wow.
crazy. Number one, Fernandez. He scored the third goal for West Ham. If you saw it, was fantastic. Ayari scored the first goal for Brighton. Wilson, the 94th minute free kick to win it for Fulham. Zubaslai, he got the second
The free kick.
equalizer. Yeah, that was very nice.
Mm.
Whipped. Buendia, first goal for Aston Villa. Beautiful outside. I mean, that was a nice, like, kind of shot over the keeper. Dorgu's goal, such like a FIFA, like, I can hear the noise of it hitting the crossbar in my head.
Yeah.
Like, and then the Cunha
Yeah.
game winner. Some amazing goals outside the box. And like you said, we're seeing these kind of players, all these random teams scoring these kind of goals. Shows you the competitiveness. But like, man, like I was struggling to choose my favorite one. What would you say is your best
I I think my pick would be the Dorgo goal.
Dorgo?
For just for the impact and the statement, right?
Yeah.
We're at the Emirates, and here you go,
Yeah. Yeah.
grab it from the net, and like that definitely was. I was very happy with that goal.
Yeah.
Um, but who was the player from Brighton also? Ayari?
Iari. Yeah.
That was a fantastic goal for me.
Yeah.
That was the one that he shot it in the near post, right?
Yes. Yes. Near post
Yeah,
top corner.
that was I love
Fantastic.
these near post shots
Yeah.
because they're just so unpredictable, and the keepers like when the keeper doesn't do a full stretch, so when they jump they'd be like it's like
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
is going on? Like they're scared to grab it. So like I love these type of shots. So yeah, that
100%.
would be I think these are my top two. What
Nice.
about you?
Um, the Buendia goal, I was watching it live. Like it almost made me spill my coffee. Like I screamed. I was like, and I had it like I was watching it in a slow motion. Like I saw him like shoot it. I was like, no, surely not. He's not gonna shoot from there. I was like, oh, like it was just too amazing. And the Dorgu one, I was screaming that
Yeah,
like this guy is talented. Really, really powerful, beautiful shot. When it hits
man.
the top bar and goes in, it's like such a beautiful image.
It was just like the perfect moment. It's a
Yes,
snow day. You're at home, have
100%,
nothing
dude.
else to
Yes,
do. Everyone
watching
is hate
Arsenal versus Manchester United is like perfect, bro.
and everyone is hate watching Arsenal because of their style of play. And you just get these like three, I would say three beautiful goals from Manchester United
100%.
versus like the tap in or like the
The Kaka
chaotic,
goals.
like yeah, from
Yeah,
Arsenal.
yeah,
Like, come
yeah.
on.
100%. Okay. Well, with that, let's take a quick break, guys, and we will go into the next game week predictions. All right, guys, welcome back. Let's do a quick update on the score line for me and Amir's running tally. So last week, or I guess 2 weeks ago, Amir guessed two of the scores exactly right, actually.
Wow.
Yes, you got 6 points. I think you guessed a 1-1 Brighton versus Bournemouth, and you got a
Okay.
2-1 Sunderland Crystal Palace. So well done for you.
Nice.
I unfortunately got three of the correct winners. But I did not get
Okay.
the scores right. So I got 3 points. You got 6 points. I feel like I should get bonus points because I guessed Manchester United was going to win against City, but that's okay. We'll let it slide.
All
So
right, man.
right, right now I'm on 93. You're on 77. So
Okay.
you got
Close.
16 points to work with that you need to
Yeah.
bump up.
Not
So
not bad. Not
not
bad.
bad. Let's see
Yeah.
what you can do this game week. Okay, starting off, Amir, Saturday, January 31st, Brighton versus Everton. You want to go first?
Yeah. Um, I actually want to look if that game is away. So that's Brighton at
Brighton at
home.
home. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's a Brighton win. I'm gonna say
Okay, Brighton win. You know what? I'm going to go with 1-1.
1-1.
1-1. Yes.
Nice.
All right. Leeds versus Arsenal. I genuinely want to say the upset, but that would be
No way.
wild. That would be wild.
Against Leeds.
I
Wow.
don't, I'm not going to guess that. No, no, I can't. I'm going to go with an Arsenal 2-0 against
Yeah.
Leeds.
Yeah, I think it's an Arsenal win, man.
What are you going? What's your scoreline?
I'm gonna go with
3-1. Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
If Arsenal lose this game, I think Arteta's gonna get fired.
Really, dude?
I'm joking, but man,
I
that
mean,
would be so frustrating.
he would get fired at the end of the season if they don't win. Or
Wow.
they would part ways, you know, how they probably call it that.
I mean, he technically did a good job. I know we're going off topic, but
Yeah.
honestly, if they have a like a sudden drop where they lose like a lot of games that cost them the league, I could see him get fired.
Yeah.
But if they are consistent and maybe they lose it until the end, like the last game or something, maybe I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Maybe they will keep him.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay. Wolves at home versus Bournemouth, Amir.
Man, this Bournemouth team is so unpredictable now. But I think they will carry on after that Liverpool win, and Bournemouth would be
2-0. Okay. Uh, I'm gonna say Bournemouth 2-1 against
2-1.
Wolves.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay. Chelsea versus West Ham. West Ham is back to life. Like
Yeah,
they got what is that? 2 wins on the bounce in the Premier League.
they're still
That's not a
far from. Yeah, not enough for them.
Yeah, they
but
still need some points.
they're close. They're close. I think it's your turn though.
Yeah, it's my turn. Uh, I don't know if they can win this game, but you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go with a West Ham 2-1 win against Chelsea.
I was gonna say the same, to be
Really?
honest. But Liam Rosenor has been doing okay. I
Senior.
haven't watched any Chelsea games
Yeah,
so
yeah.
far, but I guess I would say Chelsea will win. They're playing at Stamford Bridge, so that would be a Chelsea win.
3-1. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
All right. Last game of Saturday, unfortunately, Liverpool versus Newcastle.
it's at 3
Not a
p.m.
not a good game for us to play.
You're playing at Anfield, but
I know. I don't know if that's a
that
good thing.
Newcastle team is so annoyingly physical that
Yeah.
I just like I wouldn't want to be a player on the field
Yeah.
against this team for some reason. I don't know, man. They're just so annoying.
That's
But
their strength.
yeah,
The aggression, the physicality. It's my turn, I guess.
uh, yeah, I'll give
Uh,
it to you.
Newcastle versus. You thought I was gonna say Newcastle was gonna win, didn't you? 1-1. 1-1, bro.
Man, what happened next?
I'm
Wow.
telling you, bro. Sad, bro. I can't even. I can't like
I
goals.
can't I can't see the light in your eyes anymore with Liverpool.
It's okay. I'm still gonna wear the
Yeah.
jersey, but I can't. I'm crying inside.
I'm gonna say, unfortunately, it's a Newcastle win. It's gonna be a big one.
No, no, no.
I'm gonna
You
say
just want Slot to get fired for me.
I'm rooting for you, dude. Like I'm actually I feel it. I feel it. It's gonna be a 3-0 defeat
Wow,
at Anfield. So
dude.
Newcastle's
If
gonna
that
do that.
happens, no way he's keeping his job. Keeping his job. No way.
Man,
Okay.
you're
I
praying
know.
for it.
A lot. All right. Let's go to Sunday. Aston Villa at home versus Brentford. You go first.
Okay. Actually, that would be a tough game for Aston Villa, but they have shown that they have what it takes to win. So I'm gonna go with Aston Villa win, a tough win.
I agree with that scoreline, but I'll make it different. I will go Aston Villa 1-0. Okay. Manchester United versus Fulham. Can they get another win? I think they can. I don't think they'll keep a clean sheet, though. I will go Manchester United 2-1. I was going to say 3, but yeah.
I think they will get a clean sheet, and it will be a 2-0 for Manchester
Okay.
United.
All right. Nice, nice. Okay. Nottingham Forest versus Crystal Palace. What is this? They are 3 points separating them, so this
Yeah,
is kind of an important game for both of them, actually.
I think this game will end in a tie
Mm,
with 1-1, and the 3 points separate like it will remain.
okay. 1-1 is a pretty good prediction, actually. I'm gonna go though with the Nottingham win. I'm gonna go Nottingham win this 2-1.
Nice,
2-1. I was thinking 2-0, but I'm stick with
good
2-1.
prediction.
Okay, your turn, Amir. Tottenham at home versus their best friends, their favorite team to play to get form back and get the confidence back, Manchester City. Hit me.
Man, I'm just looking at their form.
Can I just go to their head to head? Let's see. So you
Yeah,
guys won the last one 1-0. You lost 4-0, 2-1, and then you guys won the past two before that. So it's been kind of back and forth actually.
yeah. I think I have confidence in Man City.
Are you sure?
Because with a 4 point gap, they will not let it slip this time.
Okay.
So Manchester City and Marquis is in the back. Nico Gonzalez paired with Rodri, Charky Doko, Foden, and Haaland. All of these players, they will not be on the score sheet, of course, but
I
it,
about to say, bro.
it will be
That's literally what I was gonna say.
yeah.
I think that's actually a good scoreline, but I'll go different. I'm gonna go Manchester City. Um, Manchester City 2, Tottenham 2.
What? Come on.
I'm saying it, bro.
You know that's not happening.
I don't know. It's wild, but let's see. Who knows?
Yeah.
uh, okay. Last game, Monday, Sunderland versus Burnley. Sunderland has not looked good anymore, unfortunately, but can they win against Burnley? I'm not sure about that actually. This game looks like a tie to me. I'm gonna go
Okay.
1-1.
I'm actually gonna go Sunderland win 2-0.
2-0. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, man. That wraps up this week and that week. Any comments, reflections on this really, really entertaining past few weeks?
I think the only one comment I want to make is that Man City may not make it the top 8 in Champions League, so we may have to do playoffs.
Okay.
Very sad, but we'll see what's gonna happen after tomorrow's game. I think there is like many games played at the same
Yeah.
time
What
in
should give you
Champions League.
confidence that PSG had to play playoff and they won the league. They won the
Yeah,
Champions League. So it
could
doesn't
be
mean
could be a
anything.
sign.
Yeah, it just means another game that you have to play, but I'm
It
sure
could
you
be a
guys will get
sign.
through it.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see how this week ends. Let's see who's gonna be in second place at the end of this weekend.
Oh, it's Man City
Let's
with
see, bro.
only 1 point difference.
Oh, yeah, so Arsenal's gonna drop points.
God willing.
All right, man.
Inshallah, and I'll do
Uh,
like Pep. Inshallah. Did you
Inshallah.
see that Pep said it?
Did he
Pep
say
said
that?
inshallah. He said that they were asking him about injuries, and he said like Savinho, Ruben Diaz, and inshallah, Oscar Bob. I
I didn't
think
even
I wonder if Marmoush taught him that.
know. He probably says like, "Are you gonna come to training?" Inshallah.
Yeah, yeah.
That's hilarious. Qatar Airways, bro. Dang. Well, inshallah, guys, we will see you guys on another episode.
Nice. I love it.
Please like, subscribe, and follow us on the rest of this journey for this season. And from me and Amir, we will see you guys next week.